Dennis Miracle Aboagye one Kwesi Kwatin. Dennis Miracle Aboagye to Dr. Mamuba Umia na Kwesi Kwatin so spokesperson of Akompreko Ken.Agyapong. Na edie ben ana o maklashe ewo mu ni nyina no is about peace factor enra onom ekosan enra and before ekohia aspirants be koshia onom ekosan say these are laws are binding on us as far as the results that will be collated on January 31st 2026 is concerned. Na and so Dennis Miracle Aboagye said Ghanaians are not happy. Dennis Miracle Aboagye said Ghanaians are not happy. Now, we understand his argument. At the end, Dennis Miracle Aboagye, okay, we will go into the details. Until Ghana for and yet happy. Island TV Plus. Waji bra ute no over like video no share na wa subscribe na fe. What they or commenting so aba na answer kwa na ebeko the issues a clash between Dennis Miracle Aboagye one Kwesi Kwatin Esquire aba no mo me hwe video yi so uhwe video no a you see say Ken.Agyapong I said he's asking some questions na eno na manfo busa say Again, I say, I say, no. Me, whatever he did there, I support him. Because in any case, he's a businessman, and a man for signing, and he may be an arm or more, my brabum. And even when you are taking it on the lighter side, near Kennedy or Ken.Agyapong was right. Because in any case, the amount of documents be regardless, also shame. Say bibia no kre na de na wokan no what you say ansa na wasan ne mo de mu video no na say after this I have a few comments to make.
Richard. Following the signing by the aspirants, we have a list of witnesses who will also sign. Witnesses include His Excellency former President Ken.Agyapong.
Kwesi kwati a we spokesperson edema Ken.Agyapong on his Facebook page say and what and then Miracle Aboagye so share something different. Now this tells you that politicians, a lot of them, in fact 90% of them ain't correct, because they are all discussing about different issues altogether. So her video now, we don't know exactly what happened, because we see that Ken.Agyapong is asking questions, but questions now I was even expecting Dennis Miracle Aboagye to further query Ken.Agyapong and not read into his own understanding, because what Dennis Miracle Aboagye is saying is different from near spokesperson of Ken.Agyapong. Now let's listen to what Dennis Miracle Aboagye actually on his Facebook page. Now this is Dennis Miracle Aboagye. The Presidential Elections Committee circulated copies of the Memorandum of Understanding to all aspirants on Sunday, January 18, 2026. The PEC sent copies directly to Honorable Ken, Jojo, Rocky, and Charles Bisu. This is a matter of fact. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia also received his copy, and same was sent to other members of his team. The content of the MOU was known by all aspirants ahead of the signing yesterday. The whole drama, now he's referring to the questions that Ken.Agyapong was asking as drama. Now, the whole drama at the signing was Honorable Ken refusal to sign the MOU if clause 2 of the MOU was not removed or altered to suit just him. Clause 2. Now he is stating what clause 2 says. Clause 2 reads acceptance of presidential elections results. We commit to accepting the results of the January 31st, 2026 presidential primary of the party, and we will respect the outcome irrespective of the result. Now, according to Dennis, this is what the clause 2 says. Now we will go to Kwesi Kwarteng near also yes spokesperson to Ken.Agyapong no ekaye with respect to what actually caused the misunderstanding. Who is actually telling the truth? We further reiterate and pledge to accept the outcome as valid, authentic, and binding expression of the will of the delegate and the collective decision of the party. It was Honorable Ken's insistence on the removal of this clause that we all saw in that mini drama. The Presidential Elections Committee also insisted that was the most important clause in the entire Memorandum of Understanding and would not tamper with it. There was no error. It was rather a request from Honorable for an important clause which has to do with acceptance of the result by the aspirant. It is important to note that if aspirants were to insist, any just the other parts just in the comments. Now the latter part and I'll say enough of these. That's always putting our party out there in bad light. NPP are break crowd. Now let's go to Kwesi Kwarteng, one of the spokesperson to Ken.Agyapong. Or say Ken.Agyapong deserves commendation for being meticulous. An important provision was omitted from the document submitted to Honorable Ken.Agyapong. Upon reviewing the document, Honorable Ken noticed the omission and promptly drew attention to it. The omitted, now he's setting the omission. What actually prompted the misunderstanding and then the questions are now Ken.Agyapong as opposed to what Dennis Aboagye said. Or say the omitted provision states the Electoral Commission must annul the results of any voting center that refuses to conduct open space counting of ballots. So what Kwesi Kwarteng said here is different from what Dennis Aboagye said. But Ghana for we will jump into anything. And you see, regardless of what Dennis Aboagye said, Ken.Agyapong was right to ask the questions he asked. Now Ghana for we read into meanings too much. And you see, we always want to score political points. And from now on, dirty papa. What was it? This provision had been proposed and unanimously accepted by all candidates as well as the Electoral Commissioner. Subsequently, the chairman of the Presidential Election Committee acknowledged the omission, apologized for the oversight, and assured all the parties that the necessary correction will be made. So, who is telling the truth? Politicians, it is about time you spoke the truth. Now, if we announce where now Dennis Aboagye there, only Ghana for it will be pa, or say Ghana for a hunter. Ghana for Yeninye, Ghanaians are not happy. Well, Dennis, media, I'm telling you that I'm happy because full, Abafom. If nothing at all, full bo Abafom, and I'm happy for that. But I'm meeting Dennis Aboagye about Ghanaians not being happy.
All I want to hear is what you have said.
Okay.
So far, nobody has said that. What they rather say is that everybody is happy.
Everybody's happy. We are all smiling.
That's the problem.
Know. Yes.
Everybody is not happy. But not everybody is not happy. Listen, is everybody happy in Ghana?
Obviously, we all have our
problems. So what I expect government to do. See, so the teachers and nurses who have been picketing for almost 6 months now, asking for government to employ them, and the government says, I can't accommodate all of you. If you go and tell that teacher that $2 has come down, so everybody is happy, what do you think the teacher will tell you?
Obviously,
this government promised stress-free fees for level 100 students. Is that not it? 2025, not a single student got a stress-free fee. 2026, they've all gone to school. Not a single Ghanaian got stress-free fee. If you go and tell this child that dollar has come down, so let's clap for the government, you think she'll clap for the government? Because now the stress-free fee has become post-stress support. Because now the government says that hustle and pay first. When you finish, then you apply. Then I'll support you. That is post-stress. After I have gone through the stress, then you support me. But that was not your promise. Why is a robust economy, as they are presenting to us, struggling to fulfill simple things that they promised us? There is something fundamentally wrong with what is going on. And I can explain it.
Dennis Aboagye said Ghana for happy. Now the basis and say there is no stress-free fees there. Push stress. After so say hostel fees near the other a cost. After say nurses and teachers any adwuma. But you see, I have a lot of questions for him. Teachers create how can was me under your government. So what is your point, Dennis Aboagye? Please, oh yes, sir, you are insulting the intelligence of Ghanaians. How the Get Fund scholarship works. And I say how any scholarship works. Aside Abuja, I know they will provide you funding. Say, oh, we are providing you funding. But Ghana, you must pay your school fees before you are reimbursed for any scholarship opportunity. And the jazz because if you actually thought about Ghanaians, then your government would have done something about a year. Sadly, now you are currently complaining. And in any case, how would even be proactive? Say, Obi a open scholarship, you give the scholarship to the person. What is Kanama anypan? What if the person doesn't get admission? Engineer, Dennis Malaka was a kind of a lax substance, in my opinion. Mami who send a once watching in the comment section. Say video no like it, I'll be like it. Now, say unsubscribe to our channel, so I'll subscribe to your mind. Any dear counsel.